Well, g'day, it's Corey Mckernan, and I'm at the home of our Super Bowl party, and I'm also joined by Managing Director and the major sponsor of our Super Bowl party in the great Stuart Ward. How are we going, Stu?
Mate, going fantastic, Corey. It's not long to go now for the Super Bowl party, but this weekend's massive. This is a bit like the prelim weekend, isn't it, in Melbourne?
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Probably my equal favourite sporting weekend, along with
Yeah.
AFL prelim final weekend, championship weekend. We're down to the final four. The best four teams are in it. The AFC, we've got the Patriots and the Broncos on one side, and then the NFC, we've got the NFC West rivals in the Rams and the Seahawks. We're set up pretty beautifully, and best of all, games on Australia Day on a public holiday. How good is that?
Mate, perfect. You couldn't plan it any other better. Really excited. I'll be on a cruise, so I'll have to get some good reception. It is an American cruise, so I'm sure they'll have it on between Little Mermaid. Looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, and just a word of advice, little side note, they will stitch you up for the Wi-Fi. Trust me, they
Oh,
they
good.
charge you one arm and one leg to get that done. So
I'm looking forward to it.
the price will pay. Now we'll go on to Monday, 7 a.m. on Australia Day, as we mentioned on the AFC. We've got, after a long break, the New England Patriots are back in the AFC Championship, facing the Denver Broncos. Wardy, how are they going to cope with the loss of Bo Nix? What a
Oh God.
tragic end for all the Broncos fans and actually for football in general.
You thought I was joking when I sent you that little article, didn't you?
No, I actually did because we didn't see any
No.
identifiable incident that led to it, or there wasn't an incident. And even I don't know why I actually watched the end of the game last night, and I was still trying to search for
When he did it.
the actual incident. And
Yeah.
even when he does the interview with the reporter after the game, he didn't let on. So
No.
one thing you have to admire about Bo Nix is, that maturity he's got, like to be able to keep it together like he did in a pretty horrible situation for the Broncos and himself. But anyway, as I say in the classics, Stu, next man
Yeah.
up, Jarrett
Correct.
Stidham. His seventh game of football is an AFC Championship game. Welcome to the big leagues,
Yeah.
son.
Welcome to the big leagues. I would have been happily to pick Broncos in this game, but I think the loss of Knicks will hurt them. They've been so good all year. Again, they got a home final. I think the Pats will be too strong. They were pretty good last week. It was a bit of a weird game last week, wasn't it? The Pats game. I think they'll be way too good against the Broncos with that loss of Knicks.
I think they will. I think when you get to this pointy time of year, you just need as little disruption as you can. And like we said, you've got the best four teams when you're left in it. You need a lot of things going your way. I don't know. Jared Stidham be a huge effort if they can make the Super Bowl. Wouldn't it be? He could have the best 2 weeks of his life, and all of a sudden they can end up with a Super Bowl ring. But I just don't know. I just think New England have been that real steady ship
Yeah, they have.
throughout the whole year. And after a real long break, they'll be back in the Super Bowl once again.
No, I think we're in agreement there.
Well, they are, but we head on to the NFC, and what a battle this will be. The 12th man will be in full effect in Seattle with the Rams taking on the Seahawks. The NFC West rivals have had a very storied history lately with very, very close games. Let's hope on Monday that game's starting on Australia Day at 10:30. Matt Stafford versus Seattle. How are we going to see that play out?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the Rams are just getting it done. They're not playing great, but they're winning. I think they've got a lot to improve. I mean, it was cold there on the weekend, wasn't it? They were saying it's -8 degrees. I heard they were putting cayenne pepper in their socks, Corey. This is this is the Rams, mate. They're trying to keep warm. So I don't know. Look, I have predicted the Rams to get into the Super Bowl. I think Seattle's playing really good, and their new additions, Lawrence and Cup, have really been a value add for them. They're pretty solid, Seattle. But again, I think, if Stafford could just switch it on a little bit, they'll be really, really hard to beat. And, like we said, they've been here before. So I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm sticking with them.
You know what? I think we're in nearly perfect alignment on this one. I think that even though Seattle have been absolutely thoroughly deserving for the position they're in, they're just so even all over the field. You do feel like that the Rams, if they can find even a little bit more improvement, I feel like there's more upside to what they can do. And maybe it's that old adage that they're really peaking. If they can, you know what, they've got to go into Seattle. It's going to be loud. But it's nothing that it's not foreign to them. They do play them in their own division, at least once a year. So they're not going into it. It's not going into the unknown like last week was. Like that was real unknown territory, playing in -8 with probably wind chill. It's probably -15. So I'm on the same page. I think it could be a Rams and Patriots Super Bowl, which is that was the Super Bowl many years ago. They ended up being one of the most boring Super Bowls of all time when that happened. Remember it?
Yeah, that was Marshawn Lynch days, wasn't it?
It was. But look, very much looking forward to it. I think, Wardy, we're both in agreement that it could be a Patriots and Rams Super Bowl on Monday, February 9th. Thanks to Dexion, we'll be putting on the biggest and the best Super Bowl party. Got an amazing announcement. There are some huge announcements coming about who we are going to interview at our Super Bowl party that we'll release in the next couple of days. So that's exciting news. We're going to interview someone live from the Super Bowl. We've probably hopefully got 2 huge announcements that we'll not only announce on Super Bowl day, but what that means when the game comes to Australia. Isn't that fantastic news for us this year, Wardy, that there is definitely a game, real deal game, launching the NFL season. How's that? The next game of NFL
will be in Melbourne.
Is at the mighty MCG. How good is that for all us NFL fans?
Book your tickets now. It's going to be exciting. Round one.
I got no idea where we're getting those from, Wardy. That's going to be a mission in itself. But look, I think we've nailed this once more, Wardy, and very much from our point of view, thanks for your support. But then, you know what? Thanks for your knowledge and your insights in the lead into Super Bowl. Actually, I'm not being philosophical here, but we still have to do our Super Bowl show. But I'm actually saying that thank you in advance for your support, and you enjoy that Disney cruise and don't spend $3,000 on Wi-Fi.
Can't wait, mate. No, looking forward to it. Hopefully we get to watch it. It's a very exciting weekend. So, have a good weekend and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy Championship Monday, one of the great days of the year.
See you, mate.